This has been something that I have been learning and working with for many years now, and it's come in layers and in parts. And I'm here to help you cut through all of that and just dive deep into this self-knowledge, this self-personality learning. You can do it in an afternoon, and then you will have these tools, this understanding to begin working with. And I believe that if you get it all at once right here, the beauty of YouTube, right? The beauty of Substack, the beauty of these ways that we can share what's taken us so long to learn, we can share it in a short little video and hopefully really help empower you in your own life. And that's what I'm here to do. So, okay. Whew. This is so great. I'm just so excited. In this video today, I am going to be sharing with you why I personally believe learning about yourself, your personality type, what makes you tick, learning about yourself, your unique blend of everything is super important as part of being the light in the darkness right now, of shining your brilliance, your goodness, your love into this planet and beyond for both your experience of your own life to live in what I call sacred aliveness, in the beauty of the moment and in God's ever new joy. You don't have to be someone different than who you are. You don't need permission to be you. You are you, and you are on purpose, and you are here for a reason. And yeah, I want you to lean so deeply into that. Love yourself and love your life. And I am here to help you do that because, it's hard to remember or even to understand that we don't need permission to be us. We've had likely a lifetime of being made wrong in so many ways, big and small, unintentionally or intentionally, being made wrong for being us. I want to help break that programming. I want to help shatter that belief and be someone. If you do need permission to be you, I want to be someone here joyfully handing you a permission slip for exactly that. You don't have to be any of the personality traits I have. You don't have to have them. Dive into this for yourself. I'm just going to share some of mine as examples to show how it's changed my world. The first came for me of understanding myself when I realized I was a highly sensitive person and that there's a term for that and they exist and it's like a real thing. During COVID, during the year of 2020, I did the Science of Well-Being Yale course on happiness. It was online and I dove into that and it was fabulous. I highly recommend it. And the biggest thing that stuck and really changed my reality so much was at some point in that course, the professor, she recommended this VIA character strengths test. There'll be a link below to this test. None of these are sponsored. I did it. I took it. And it it changed my world because I got to see what my strengths are in order of, strongest to weakest. And I also, for me, I link this Strengths Finder as also a way to see my values, because for me, I feel like they go hand in hand, our strengths and our values. They just fit together, at least in my experience. So my top strengths for me are love, appreciation of beauty, and spirituality. And those top three things since then, with knowing that, I have created a world in which I get to live within those strengths, within those values. I got back into painting and get to really dive into my appreciation of beauty and growing beauty. And I fill every painting with love, with this deep intention and energy of love. The intention is that radiates out of all of my artwork. And I am a professional cuddler. I was doing that before I learned these strengths, but that's another way for me to share love. And I love it. It's so perfect for my personality, for who I am here in this life of mine. So appreciation, beauty, and excellence. Yes, please, and thank you. I absolutely love music, and like such good music. This excellent music that reminds us of who we truly are, which incorporates the third strength value of mine, which is spirituality. And I believe we all are God's light here, embodied right now, being a unique point of perspective that the universe, that God, source, whatever you want to call it, all names work in my mind, that is here experiencing itself through you, through your sacred aliveness. And so, yes, everything I am doing right now has lined up to fit within these top strengths of mine. And I don't know if I could have created a life for myself that did all of that without the conscious awareness of what my strengths are and leaning into them. My middle strengths, like after the first three, the next few, I use those all the time as well in my work. And it's just so good to know. And you're not stuck in the strengths. I feel like I've stepped into like this leadership energy just by sharing so much. Not leader like get behind me, but like leader like come alongside of me or even get in front of me here. That kind of leader. And that was number 23 out of 24 on my strengths. So you're not locked into these. These are just ways to understand yourself deeper, and we can grow in any of these when we build a greater value in them. All of a sudden, I saw the value in me showing up and sharing. And once that clicked into place, I don't know, I haven't retaken the test for a bit, but I feel like if I took it again, leadership would probably be higher up instead of second to the bottom for me. So yeah, we're not stuck in any of these. And this is the same for all of the other personality type quizzes and things I'm going to share with you. We're not stuck. This is not meant to put us in a box or limit us. This is just meant to give us a way to deeper understand ourselves, who we are, and help us grow and shine our beautiful light into this world. And truly, the most important, I believe, is into your own experience of your own life. Like, it's brilliant and great to show up for the world outside of you, the world around you, as a place of love and goodness. And like, even if, let's say I was in a cabin somewhere in the woods all by myself with no one around, well, that's fine. I can know myself to deepen my experience of my own life. And when we start there to make our own life more joyous, more loving, more blissful, then, oh my goodness, the impact we can have outside of ourselves for the people we love around us just gets magnified. So there's no reason not to do this, okay? Not to learn about yourself. There's no reason. Try it out. Moving on. The next thing that I found out about myself that has been so helpful is looking at the Myers-Briggs personality test. With that one, personally, again, wherever you land, like you don't have to resonate with anything about my personality, find your own and learn about yourself. And for me, with Myers-Briggs, I am an ENFP. I'm an ENFP. And as an ENFP, I started, looking into it, and I found the perfect teacher on YouTube for myself. If you're an ENFP or an INFP, I highly, highly, highly recommend diving into what Heidi Brigg shares. She is fantastic, and I just adore her and her way of sharing information. Like, it's perfect for my personality type. But find someone who shares about yours and just dive into it. So I learned so much about myself and all of these ways in which I did life that the outer world, like, it felt like I was wrong for it. But then learning about my ENFP-ness finally made it where I was right for doing things my way, for doing things the way that felt right for me and my soul. And instead of being like this, like, rebel who just couldn't get her shit together to do it the way that, the productivity gurus, that the spiritual great minds and everything said to do it. Like, instead of all of that, instead of being wrong, here I got to get that, wait. They're probably giving that advice from their personality type, from their unique makeup in this life. And theirs might not be a match to me. And so what works for them might not work for me. This is something we get trapped in so often. And we do it, especially with diet, like what we eat. We think, oh, I cured this by eating this way. Everyone needs to now eat this way. Otherwise, they're doing it wrong. No. There are as many diets, ways to eat on the planet as there are people to make us thrive. And though it's great to learn from people who have figured it out, if it resonates with you, if it feels true to you. So I digress. But I finally wasn't wrong for the way I was doing it. And I got to have that permission slip given to myself, from myself, but also from my teacher, Heidi Brigg, on this topic, to do it my way. And to learn about the strengths in my personality type, in this makeup of my ENFP-ness, and the weaknesses. And when I'm aware of the weaknesses, when I'm aware of the blind spots, then I can remember that and work on those, being able to see those blind spots and then be like, yeah. Okay, what do I need to do here to get back into alignment with myself, my capital S self, my highest self, moving through my adorable little ego here. So that's so exciting. I took her Soul Bootcamp course, and it's the best course I would say I've ever taken online. I've taken a lot, but this one was just jam-packed in personalized goodness for me, for my personality type. So, and again, that is not whatever your Myers-Briggs is, it's not to limit you or confine you or box you into any one way. It's just a way to deeper understand yourself. And, you might not be exactly what the people share about your personality type, but you can feel into what fits and what like could help you on your own journey. Okay, so the next thing, and this was the last piece that came in for me, and this came in just a little bit more than a year ago. I learned about my human design, and this was by the grace of God, I'd say. As a spiritual person, I would definitely attribute this to God's plan. I ended up next to a beautiful and really tapped in, incredible woman. Her name is Amanda St. Mary, and I was next to her vending at a yoga festival. And we started talking, and I just was like enamored by her, and I was like, I want to paint you. And she's like, yeah, sure. And so we did a trade. Through our time together, she taught me about my human design type. And you figure this out by like knowing where you were born and when and like the time. And it takes all of these different astrological type things into account, and it's like way beyond my understanding. Like I know almost nothing about astrology or any of that, but what she shared resonated so much that I'm like, okay, yeah, this seems very valid for me. And yeah, I really recommend looking up yours. There'll be a link below. None of these are sponsored. This is just me sharing from my experience to try and help you. So there'll be a link below where you can like put in your info and find out yours. But for me, I am a generator in the human design like way of seeing the world. And as a generator, the things that I've learned that so far, I've only probably scratched a tiny bit of the surface of what I could learn, but these are so wonderful to learn. One is that I learn by my sacral. Like that is my sacral is my center of, not that I learn by it, but I respond with my sacral. Like that's my energy of my yes or no. So I get a very clear yes or no, boom, like right away. And that is like my soul's truth showing up. And it'll show up in ways of like, ah, yes, yay, like noises and words like of affirmation of like, yes, oh yeah, totally. And I never really realized I did this until I learned about this. And now I see it very often. And then also, and this I was made wrong for a lot in my life, where when something is a no for me, I respond very quickly with a no. I'll be like, no, yuck, ugh, or whatever. And that, has not always landed well with the world outside of me because I'm very quick to say it. And it's like, oh, you just totally put that down like right away. You didn't even give me a chance to explain it to you and everything. And for me and my personality type, sharing that instant is exactly right for me. Because if they explain it, okay, I care, I want to help, I want to help them get what they want. I want to meet their needs. I want to maybe people please in order to receive love. So I could let my logic take over when they explain it to me, and it's not like I haven't, but I was shown immediately what my yes or no was. I was shown it. So I was given the gift of knowing even before we go into the whole logic of everything. So that's a fantastic thing for me to recognize and know about myself. Each human design type, I believe there's 4, each of them has a different way of that type of thing, like knowing their yeses or nos, knowing what their soul's path wants them to do. So that's mine. And then the other thing, this next part that I learned about human design, I'm still working on, for sure. I mean, all of this I'm working on remembering. My whole life is about remembering the things that help serve my soul's highest and best and my experience of this life. So I'm still working on this, and it's so helpful. It's so helpful, and I can see how the big choices in my life all came about through this means. So I don't even remember what they call it. I'll put it on the screen here. But that in human design is waiting to respond. And so I am best served, instead of just barreling through and doing something, to wait to have something show up in my experience. And then when it shows up, I check in to that sacral response, that, yes, oh yes, move closer energy of yes, I want this, or my no of ugh. So to wait for something in the outer world to arise, to then trigger that sacral response for me. So waiting to respond, that's a really helpful thing. And when I am navigating life, when I do it that way, there's just so much aliveness and motivation and joy and trust that comes in through that. So these are my 3 top things, personality tests, surveys, guides, whatever it is you want to call it, that have really radically changed my level of self-trust. And I think what we want most is to trust ourselves and to love ourselves and to feel confident in this life of ours, and that we are doing it right for us. So learn about your personality things, dive into this and let it help serve you and your highest and best unfolding, your highest and best joy, your highest and best life. We need you right now. We need you in your full aliveness. We need you following your heart's sacred desires. We need you standing up for yourself and being brave and bold and absolutely here in your body, in your life, in your experience, owning all of you and moving from there. Sending so much love to you. I seriously am. This painting is in process, and once I get it done, I have these videos that I'm super excited to start putting out. So once I finally get this done, I'm going to be diving into that. And I have so much coming to share with you. So help make this information an experience for yourself, because personally I learn best from experience, and experiences stick with me. The wisdom within it just lands deeper and more embodied in my life, because I embodied the experience of getting that insight, of that wisdom, of that dropping in. And one way that is so profound for me to get that type of experience is through music. Listening to it, yes, absolutely, but also for me, and I would guess for you too, if you do this, I highly encourage it, move and dance to the music, just for yourself. Nobody needs to be watching. This is just for you. And there's put aside the judgment if you can. Otherwise, just listen to the music, and on repeat is best, okay? So give yourself an experience of this through music with wonderful lyrics to help sink you in to your own inner knowing that you are here for a reason, that you are here to be you and to thrive in this life of yours. And in that thriving, you can be the change you wish to see in the world. So I'm sharing music every single day on my Substack, little playlists for empowerment. I'm like really lit up about it. It's like a giant commitment for me. And I'm like this artsy, whatever girl, ENFP, who doesn't necessarily love giant commitments, but I am doing it because I feel like this here can have great impact on the world. And it is having great impact, even without finding all of its people yet. It's having great impact on my world because I get to show up every single day and be that which I wish to be. It's a call to action each and every day. So and let it be a call to action for you to remember who you truly are. If this resonates, join me over there. I share about my personal life, like what's moving in me and how I am using music to shift it. And then once you find songs that resonate, you stick them into your own playlist and you have access to that shifting your experience and up-leveling to a new place, like whenever you want. We have these magical phones that can lead us down crazy, like suffocating rabbit holes, or they can help serve us and bring us into the truth of who we truly are. Let this all serve you. Let it serve you. If it resonates, and if it doesn't, move on. And like, I can't even believe you would get this far into the video or even have clicked on it. So I don't think we have to worry about that. One thing I will share as a little side note that I'm really learning here, and this is a hard one, but I want to put it in because once you dive into your personality and living from that, it's going to be polarizing for people, but it's a polarizing that we want. We're not trained to want it, but I believe we do, like deep down, because living in our authentic expression of ourself, like our personal self here, the unique expression of the divine here embodied in the form of you, when you're living truly from that, you are going to magnetize the people who are for you, who are drawn to that because they want to be around that energy. They want the experience of you. And you're probably going to, I'm just going to say it. You're also going to propel. You're going to like push away through your energy field, through your beingness, the people who are not here for you. They do not want what you have to offer, and it's okay. We don't need to be loved by everyone. We only need to be loved by our people who we get to have this co-creative, beautiful experience of life with. And by propelling the people who are not for us, it leaves this opening for the people who are, to be magnetized in, to come in, and for us to grow together, for us to joyously live our lives thriving. So, yeah, I think that's it for this one. Sending so much love to you. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for being here. As you can tell, this really gets me fired up. That's one thing about being an ENFP. Heidi Priebe shared, like through her, her teachings, that as an ENFP, I should follow my excitement. She said, so many other personality types, it's about like striving for balance, but not for an ENFP. It is about aliveness. And I'm all about aliveness. I mean, I even use it in my wording all of the time, this sacred aliveness. That's what I want the most. I want the sacred aliveness, this connection to the moment, this rich, deep connection to each and every moment of being here in this life of mine. So yeah, so many ways to understand ourselves, and it really does help. So check these things out, and I'd love to hear about your experience in the comments below. Sending a prayer of gratitude for you and your newness being here in this life of yours, and sending a prayer for you to just breathe into the goodness that you are and get to experience that in fuller and richer ways each and every day. If you like this, check this out next. May it serve your highest and best and your ever new joy blossoming here in this life of yours.